So technically, sort of, but not really, this video is the second part to a video I did like a month ago. You don't need to have seen that video to see this one, because, well, what the video is about is that our favorite PlayStation fangirl made a video in which, in the first half of the video, she complains about how Xbox people made a joke and she's upset, which is what the video a month ago is about. And then for the second half of the video, she complains about how she totally doesn't care about Starfield being exclusive to Xbox, and everybody hates Bethesda anyway, which is what this video is about. So you don't need to have seen the other part to understand this video, but you should definitely check it out after you've seen this video, because it's a really good video. That being said, let's get into it.
I also want to talk about this whole Starfield situation, and let me just make this real quick. The whole Starfield situation, I promise you, nobody is jealous of it. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say nobody. I'm just going to say a majority of people, a majority of PlayStation fans are not jealous of it, are not crying about it.
Yeah man, PlayStation fanboys totally don't care at all. That's why I was capable of making an entire video where I made fun of PlayStation fanboys crying on Twitter because Starfield was going to be exclusive to Xbox. But none of those people cared. Not really. They just pretended to be salty as fuck.
We're not begging for it. Because by the way, I mean, we did only see like, what, a slight few seconds of this game, so we still really don't know what the hell it's about, other than the fact that it takes place in space. That's all we really know, and it's by Bethesda.
Yeah, but even though we only know that it's a Western RPG set in space, I still saw tons of PlayStation fanboys, or regular PlayStation fans even, beg for this game to come to their platform, or being extremely salty about this game being an Xbox exclusive. Again, I have an entire video about that. And also, personally, I'm kind of slightly optimistic about this game, even though it is made by Bethesda, because from what I can tell, Emil Pagliarulo, or whatever the fuck his name is not the lead writer for this game. If you don't know who this guy is, he can't write for shit. Okay, he is the reason why Fallout 4 sucks. It's because he wrote the story, and he can't write very well. So if the guy who is writing Starfield is somewhat competent, this could be an actually really good game.
But let's be serious. Let's not act like Bethesda, before Microsoft acquired them, was over here making some well, they were making bangers. Some. Okay, maybe just a few, okay?
Yeah guys, let's not pretend that Bethesda has ever made a banger. Okay, they have made some. Okay, quite a few. Okay, they're pretty good, but like, come on, like, have some consistency. Think before you speak, and then during the editing process, you can edit out your incoherent rambling. Although that would take effort, and from looking at your channel, you don't really put any effort into your content. I mean, to be fair, just listening at her kinda gives me all the proof I need to know that she doesn't have enough brain cells to learn how to competently edit.
Let's not act like suddenly, you know, they've been a beast of a beast of a beast, and Microsoft acquired them, and then blah blah blah.
Yes, what a brilliant sentence that was. Let's not pretend that they've been a beast of a beast of a beast, and then Microsoft acquired them, and blah 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 blah. What an elegant way of speaking.
No, but that's the word in their graves, okay? Nobody was buying their shit, okay?
Oh yeah man, nobody was buying their shit. That's why Fallout 76, while being probably one of the most, if not the most controversial game of all time, that literally got shit on by everyone on the internet at once, still managed to sell 2.4 million units. And most of Bethesda's previous games making it into the tens of millions of units sold. But no one buys their games, no one cares, right?
Nobody gave a fuck about Bethesda, but now people give a fuck because Microsoft pulled out their wallet and paid $7 billion. It took $7 billion motherfucking dollars for these Xbox niggas to start smiling and laughing and joking.
I mean, PlayStation fanboys do the exact same shit. Like whenever Sony buys a studio or a game is announced to be exclusive to PS5, they get all happy about it and start rubbing it into other people's faces. So I don't see... There's no real difference. Hypocrite.
That's fucking sad, yo. That's sad. Like, you niggas only really smile and get uppitied up whenever Microsoft start buying out all these third parties and all this other bullshit.
I don't really know who she's referring to when she says these people that only get happy when their preferred platform starts buying out third parties. Because I feel that even hardcore Xbox fanboys still get happy over different shit. Just kinda wanna point out how she doesn't mention at all how PlayStation literally does the same thing and pays third parties to give games exclusive to the PlayStation. Actually, what PlayStation does, I find to be way worse. Because Microsoft just buys out an entire company, right? And then none of those games from that company can go to PlayStation anymore. They still come to Xbox and PC. What PlayStation does is they approach like From Software or Square Enix and then give them fuck tons of money to keep one singular game on the PlayStation. I don't know, that's just worse to me. Can't really explain why. Maybe it is because I can't like legally play Bloodborne on my PC, but
Well, Sony does it too, and where see, a lot of the studios that Sony buy out are studios and shit that Sony have had under them and nurtured and have been under them for fucking years and decades.
Oh, she does mention it. She just has a very shitty excuse for why it's okay when Sony does it. You realize that a lot of the studios that Microsoft has bought out also had like some sort of special business relationship with Microsoft before they were completely bought out, right? Like some of them didn't, but I'm pretty sure that most of them had.
Compared to all the third parties that Microsoft just buy out and keep it moving that have been making multi-platform games for years. Because I know one of y'all motherfuckers are going to try to pull out Insomniac, but Insomniac pretty much been nurtured under Sony, even though they weren't a part of them for motherfucking decades. So
I mean, I wasn't gonna bring up Insomniac, but sure, fuck it, I'll bring up Insomniac. Hey, remember when Insomniac made that Microsoft exclusive game called Sunset Overdrive, and since Sony has bought Insomniac now, we'll never be able to see a Sunset Overdrive 2? Wow, how fucking inconsiderate of Sony to take away games from the Xbox by buying Insomniac. See, same shit applies, dumb fuck.
that's a whole different fucking situation.
Literally the exact same shit.
But like I said, you know, nobody gave a shit about Bethesda until Bethesda were in their graves.
What did she say? In their grace? In their grapes? In their grasp? Is that what she means? Bro, don't record your videos with a shitty microphone when you have a fucking speech impediment.
And ZeniMax as a motherfucking whole. Nobody cared about they fucking games. Nobody was looking for they fucking games. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, man, period, point blank. Nobody cares about Doom, Dishonored, Wolfenstein, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, Prey. No one cares about any of those games. That's why they sell so fucking well. And so many people love them, because nobody gives a shit.
And now everybody give a shit. Now everybody want to push all this bullshit. Now everybody want to act like they give a fuck. And now everybody want to start saying exclusives matter. When we, PlayStation fans, been saying that bullshit since forever, since you niggas pulled this dumbass narrative out your asses that exclusives don't matter. Because if exclusives didn't matter, okay, then what would be the point of having all these goddamn consoles?
Holy fucking shit, you figured it out. You're a genius. If it wasn't for exclusives, there would be no reason to have consoles. Consoles would actually have to compete with each other through things like features and hardware, instead of you can only play with your friends if you buy this console, or you can only play this game if you buy this console. That is why people buy consoles nowadays, because they want to be able to play with their friends, or they want to play a certain game. But in a world where exclusives don't exist and there is crossplay, then it doesn't become a question of what games do I want to play and who do I want to play them with, but then it becomes a question of what do I want my console to be able to do? Do I want a portable console? What console has the best specs for my price range? That kind of shit. Exclusives not existing would literally improve the market.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, if PlayStation is the best, do you think anybody would be buying all of their games if there was no such things as exclusive on a fucking Xbox or any of that? Hell, maybe everybody would just buy everything on a fucking PC and all the consoles would just be fucking non-existent.
Wow, a world where everybody has to play on PC, where you don't have to pay for internet, everybody can play with each other. there are no exclusive games and most of the games are way cheaper than they are on console. What a terrible world that is. That would be so awful if I had to pay less money for games and could play more games with more people.
Nobody would give a shit about consoles. Consoles would just be nothing. So that's why we have exclusives. So we can distinguish them all apart from each other. Okay? For them to give us different experiences and keep these developers and publishers all on their fucking toes.
What does that even mean? Keeping the developers and publishers on their toes? Like for what? What are they so afraid of? What are they... what do they need to watch out for? For whichever one of the two basically identical plastic boxes is going to give them the most money for their game to be like a 1-year exclusive. Anyway, after this in the video, she just kinda, you know, repeats herself for like 2 minutes and then ends her video. So since it's basically the end of her video, it means it's the end of mine. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.